research-based view and things like that. We can measure something, we have intellectual capital, we can manage something, we have knowledge management. And the other side of the study was, of course, physical activity and questionnaires of physical activity and physical fitness testing and things like that. But that was just my challenge to combine those things. Well, anyway, the goal for the whole research was to get more positive goals for the active workplace program. I mean, managers in Finland have heard the story of the benefits of physical activity already during the last 15 years. And Ilkka Vuori is one of the responsibles for that. He has been doing this job already from early 1990s, and principally we know the things that physical activity is good and you have to activate people and things like that. Now with my professors in the business school, we try to find out if there are still some more benefits to find out and to get the managers more motivated to invest in the physical activity in long term with better investments. Here are some results concerning, these were the easy results to present to me. I mean the results concerning physical activity patterns and workability assessment or estimation. And as you can see in the y-axis, these numbers are averages in a scale of 0 to 10. So people tend to think that their workability is around 8 or 9 or 7 or something like that. This is a very big data, some 15,000 people. Half of them are white-collar people, I mean office people, and half then blue-collar people working in factories and construction buildings and things like that. And there are many aspects you can find through this one figure. First of all, the white-collar people tend to estimate their workability better than the blue-collar people. That's normal in Finland anyway. Secondly, the physical activity pattern itself, moving from passive people to fitness sport people, is associated with better workability estimations, as you can see from the figure very clearly. And third point, which is very positive for active workplace or worksite fitness program, whatever you call it, is the fact that the people who are not active enough, according to Dr. Vuori, if they take part in active workplace, if they play football, which causes injuries of course, if they attend gym exercises, if they have some swimming exercises, whatever, they have better workability compared to the other people who are the same activity group. And the other peoples, they are mainly walkers. They are walking, maybe something cycling or some lower intensity activity. That's maybe the reason. And it happens also in white collar, especially in blue collar people. And that's one message for the companies, that if you don't get all the people active enough, it's good to get the people be active even less. And actually one figure Dr. Vuori showed us, was it the Norwegian study where the Norwegian people were having one vigorous exercise in a week. It's actually the same phenomenon here. These guys are having one session of exercise, one good session of exercise a week, and they are doing much better concerning workability compared to the other guys who are walking once or twice a week with their girlfriend or even with their dog or whatever. I don't know. Well, as you see, physical activity is good for your workability, and in that respect, good, individually good for your corporate wellness. And these figures, of course, can be seen also in a follow-up situation. This is one case company in my study, and especially in the white-collar people, the company-based indicators of physical activity and the average figures of workability estimations are going pretty parallel, so the correlation is pretty high. And of course, if we take some 50 or 60 companies and have a correlation between the physical fitness of a company and workability estimation of a company, there's a positive correlation between that also. So it means that the physical activity itself is good for workability, but also, of course, the physical fitness is good for the workability indicator. Now this is dead. Oh. And here's some more results, few figures from the, let's say, the other part of the study. I mean, the indicators of intellectual capital. I had a standardized questionnaire with all my four case companies, and we found some interesting results. And on the left side, for example, the people who are more active, they feel that their self-efficacy is better than the people who are less active, which is actually in line with the results concerning workability itself. Company climate seems to be better for these people who are active in worksite fitness program events, but of course that's not maybe the result, but anyway there's an association between those two things. And people who are active in sport events have better motivation. People who are active in sports events have better job satisfaction and things like that. I had, of course, tens and tens of analyses, hundreds of analyses concerning these aspects, and finally we could have in a way, summary of the active workplace concept and the intellectual capital concept, what kind of results we found in those 4 case companies, and also in the large preliminary study. And of course these things are quite evident. Personal health is better with active people. Workability, as I showed you already, and working efficiency is actually the same thing. Then the more active people, they have better stress release, they have better motivation. Through some qualitative interviews, the people told me that, of course, it affects my mental stamina. I don't know if this expression mental stamina means anything to you, David, but that was the most proper expression I found, because in Finland we have many different terms for special things, and actually if I try to translate them to English, they are all translated as wellness. But in Finland we are separating all things very, very clearly. But there's more or less the mental aspect of the wellness. And the well-being as itself will be better if you are physically active. In one company, or actually in 2 companies, we found that employee-superior cooperation and communication is better when the people are having sports together. Well, that's natural. But of course, in the active workplace program, you have to build up such event, and you have to encourage the management to take part in the sport events. You have to build the events that they are feasible and they are possible for everyone. That event couldn't be the tough guy competition at the first place. I realize that it's a very important one if you want to be a PhD, but in a normal working situation it may be too tough. Then we found, as I showed you some of the results, we found that there are positive associations for company climate, job satisfaction, employee commitment, which is nowadays a very, very big issue in Finland. We have lack of good employees, and the lack is coming higher and higher. People are retiring, and we have not so many young people to replace those people who are retiring. We want to keep all the people in a company. And of course, the Sports for All program is actually very, very cheap way to combine people. According to our latest barometer, the companies are now investing around 150 euros per employee for the sporting activities. And in best companies, it's of course 200 to 300 euros per one in a year. And if you think what's the value of a good employee in a company, it can be 100,000 or tens of thousands of euros anyway. In some business areas, the sports events are very, very good to increase, to strengthen customer know-how, customer loyalty. And this part is actually combined in a way that the employee commitment, corporate image, and the help in recruiting new people. In this respect, also a good sports program is very, very cheap and a good way in helping the recruitment procedures. Well, if we think from the research point of view, we found some new evidence for the benefits of physical activity in a company. And now we are trying to popularize, in a way, to tell the management, tell the companies that these things are very important for you, and with a proper physical activity program, you can support these aspects. Of course, there's the very, very high focus on the individual side of the business, health, workability, and things like that. But as a new element, we are now trying to sell these things. And also, these aspects are nowadays getting more and more important. Okay, back to practitioners' world. I've been working in our association in this area already for 16 years, and we have had many aspects during those years. First of all, just to tell that active workplace can be called whatever. These are the terms which can be seen from the literature. And to go further, these are the frameworks which, at least in Finland, are connected somehow to the active workplace program. Of course, occupational health care is pretty important when we take the people who have had some illness or whose fitness or health is in a way decreased. This maintaining workability concept I told already. Then there can be corporate and wellness programs. These are mainly, if you read the literature, these are mainly from USA and other countries. Human resource management would be very important in implementing the active workplace as a concept, as a program inside a company. And of course now we try to cooperate with the association of these managers to get them know physical activity and the active workplace concept better. Because of course the thing is that if you just give money for the employees to be active, the most active guys will take the money and they will have all kind of activities, and the lazy people, the 60% of the people will stay lazy. And we have of course some voluntary organized activities by employees, some sport clubs and things like that, which can be very beneficial, but which alone won't be the only solution. Of course, the goals are very, very simple. There's health, wellness, productivity at the end of the chain. And if we think what are the main operations behind those goals, we found activation.